Abigail Blackrick, today in Hersey, speaking with Larry Trombley of the Hersey Roller Mills Store. Larry, this store has been here since the beginning of the 1900s, and you've been here for about half that time. Tell me a little bit about the history of this store.
The store was built, actually it was a mill in 1904, and in the back they produced electricity from 1904 to 41. It met all the farmers' needs. They did flour, wheat, and buckwheat, and they did a lot of assorted things. They were the center of town. People would come from Everett all over to get their stuff ground here.
Wow.
And it was an unusual mill because it had turbos, generators in it, and the water would turn and make electricity, but also turn the works of the mill. We bought it in 2010, took a year to remodel. In 2011, we opened it as the Hersey Roller Mills Store. But we give credit to the people that built it.
Absolutely, because they built it with such quality. I was just hearing a little bit ago about in the late 1900s that somebody tried to tear it down, and they actually gave up because it was built so well.
Yes, it was. And the basement itself is 13 or 14 steps going down, and it's 14 foot 3 inches ceilings in the basement. That's where all the grinding was done.
Wow. And so, being that it was a mill and really kind of the central hub of town providing the electricity, when did that all stop?
It stopped in about 1958. And then it miscellaneous storage. So when I got it, it was in quite disarray. It had sat for over 50 years.
And so were you the first to make it a store and to open
Yes.
up that concept?
Yes.
Okay. And so how did the community change once it stopped being that central hub, and how has it kind of went back to its original community hub, being now a general store that brings people together again?
Well, it stopped, and they quit using it and they stored, but it was emptied out for over 50 years, and then we just fortunate enough to get it and revive it.
And has it stayed in the family the whole time?
It's only been 4 owners since it's been a store, and I'm number 4.
Wow, and it's been around for hundreds of years, so that's nothing.
Over 100 years, about 112 years.
Tell me more about what it's been used for. So it was used for a mill, electricity. What about that gap in between?
Oh, the gap in between, basically they stored miscellaneous stuff in it. And one man named Chuck Brinker wanted to make it into an ice cream parlor, and just before he died, he introduced me to the building, and I fell in love with it, thanks to Chuck Brinker.
And so now is it the 3 stories again, which it was originally the 3 stories?
Well, the top part of the story has a roof on it, but it was set up for, they had to put a roof on it because they took the old roof off. You'll see a picture over here where it was 3 stories, and it was where the horses and the buggies would come.
Wow, and so right outside the building is also a dam, and that was the hub of electricity. Tell me more about that dam and why that's not.
The dam was over here, and the water would come across and go through the turbos back here, and they produced electricity for the town. But people only had 1 or 2 light bulbs in a house, 1 in the bathroom, 1 in the eat room.
So it wasn't that hard to provide electricity for a town.
No. And here's part of the interesting thing. This is some of the old, well, I'll just do that, but this is some of the electricity parts here.
Oh, wow.
So, yep. So, and anyway, it's been an interesting experience, and and things break.
Anything else that you would like people to know about the history? Because I know it's just intensely rich.
Well, what it is, it gives a place for people to meet. During the winter, we're slow, and we have a coffee table over here, and we solve the world's problems. So if you really need a solution, come to Hersey.
Come to the Hersey Roller Mills Store.
Right.
All right. Thanks, Larry.
Thank you, and thank you.
In Hersey, I'm Abigail Blackrick with My News 26.